Welcome back to Garth's Graveyard Garage. Today we're playing with Clyde because our other plans of going to rescue a really cool car got postponed again, so I'm hoping next week we get to go get it. But in the meantime, it's time to get back on this old boy because he's been sitting for too long. We did all that work and he's just been sitting, and it's time to put him on the road legally. So we're going to tackle a few things. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? It's been a little bit since we've been on here. Last thing we did, I think, was Millie, and yeah, we were supposed to go rescue a really cool car this morning early. We got up real early, and then at the last minute, the guy that owns the property where the car is sitting postponed on us. So I figured, since I left today open, jump on Clyde. A few things we need to do: reupholster this seat, change out these rocker panels. Cab corners are actually okay. I've had all these parts sitting for a while. I don't know if you guys saw it last time. New electronic gauges are in, new dash pad is on. I have redone the door panels, just need to get them put on. I think I even have brand new door seals. We're gonna do that. And yeah, I need to tackle the turn signals. Don't work. That's the only thing keeping it from passing inspection. And of course the wipers from 1980 whenever, and the alignment is off. So just a few little things. But last weekend we went out to, if you didn't see the pictures on Facebook, me and Iceman and the little one went out to Matt Carricker's place from Demolition Ranch, aka the Desperado Resort. He lives not far from here. It's like I think a 40-minute drive, and he was doing the meat fest out there, so we loaded up Zombug on the trailer, took it out there, and it was a lot of fun. It was way too hot. Matt picked the wrong time of year, so we spent a lot of time down by the river, and yeah, we had Zombug out there, and it got a lot of reaction, and it was cool how many people recognized the car, so that's cool. But yeah, we had a lot of fun out there, and talked to Matt a little bit, and talked to Mikey, which is funny because we're Matt and Mike, and he's Matt and Mike out there. So yeah, met him. The little one, Riley, she's a huge fan of their show, but she loves and adores Mikey, so she was real excited to meet Mikey, so she got to take pictures with Mikey and Matt and everybody. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was nice to take a weekend where we weren't going somewhere to work, but all in all, I guess we kind of did. We were doing some promotions and stuff. But yeah, I guess let me round up the keys. Oh, actually, I think the keys are in it. But let's see if old Clyde's gonna start and get him over here by the garage. And I guess the first thing we'll do is get the seat out of it. Turned on the key and there was no power. So I had to throw the jump box on it. Been a little while since we started this thing. Oh, there he goes. Love the way this truck sounds. Okay, let it warm up a little bit. Charge the, yeah, it's definitely charging. And yeah, let's get this thing moved over in front of the garage, and then we'll get the seat out. I believe I only stuck 2 bolts in it last time I stuck it in here, so get it out pretty easy. Definitely need to re-bleed the brakes. A little tight. Okay, got the seat in here. I had put all the bolts back in it, which is good because I thought I'd probably lost them and would have to go digging for new bolts. But here's the seat, and I noticed I never really paid attention. I always thought this was the original seat, but no, that's a cover that's over the original seat because there's a little weight reduction going on right here. So we're gonna have to remove 2 of these covers, and they even hog-ringed the new cover on, so hopefully they're rusty enough that they break. Now, when I was trying to figure out, well, first I was gonna have a friend of mine reupholster the seat for me, but then his machines went down, so he couldn't sew or create what I requested. So I started searching around the interweb and trying to figure out what I wanted to put in here. And then one instantly jumped out at me, and it was this one. It's a real nice thick black vinyl with houndstooth. Now, story time. I was never a houndstooth guy. I had seen it, and it was actually my late wife that introduced me to houndstooth because the girl was obsessed with houndstooth. She had houndstooth luggage and clothing, hats, and her first car she ever bought she had bought a set of houndstooth seat covers, which are now in her Beetle that we have sitting here. If you've watched the channel, the little sky blue, baby blue Beetle, that was my late wife's car, and those are the same seat covers she had years ago on her first car. And the day I brought that car home for her, didn't even have an engine in it. The first thing she did was she got excited about it, went out there and stuck her houndstooth seat covers on it. So the houndstooth is for her memory, for her spirit, and she's pretty much the reason why I do a lot I do today. When I lost her, it was 2017, since apparently that's a very Google searched question, is what happened to Garth's Graveyard Garage's wife. Well, here's the answer. She was killed in a car accident in 2017 in December, right before Christmas, when Riley, our daughter, was only 6 months old. And yeah, so it's been me and the girls, and she had 2 other daughters with her previous husband, and so I had 2 stepdaughters by her, which I still have. And that was, of course, Vivian's stepmom. Losing her put me in a very dark place, of course, as you would expect. But basically, our daughter, my kids, my family, and working on these cars was my therapy. And now that I'm a single parent, that's one of my goals, is to try and do this stuff, get to a point where I can do this full time, and that way I've got my girls with me, and, or well, mainly Riley, because Vivian's grown, but have Riley with me involved in this stuff, not one just to learn, you know, a trade, but to be able to spend more time with her, since I have to do everything on my own. So that's the story behind that, and why we're going to be doing houndstooth. That way, anytime we drive Clyde, her spirit is with us in a way. So let's figure out what we got to do. I have never done this before. Just like the transmission, a couple people got ugly with me on the transmission. Hey, I've never done it before, so you got to go easy on me. The whole point in me doing this stuff for the first time and you coming along on the ride with me is to show you, don't be scared to jump into something new. We'll figure it out together, and there's no need for the ugliness. It's ridiculous. I don't know why there's so many trolls on the internet. It's because they hide behind a screen and behind a keyboard, because I guarantee you run into them in public. They'd never say that to your face. But let's get this seat flipped over and see what we got to do to take this thing apart. Okay, I figure the first thing we'll do is let's try and cut these, because I'm not going to sit here and unwind them all. And hopefully they're rusted enough that they, oh yeah, they're breaking apart. Okay. Probably some specific cutters for this, but it's all right. And I don't know how good the kit is I bought for this, because I'm sure it's made in China, but got it off Amazon, and it came with the hog nose ring pliers and the rings themselves. All right, some of these are, whew. Oh, they come off that easy? You don't need to cut them? Just twist them off? Or just rip the vinyl. Okay, let's go that route. It's a lot easier. Little hint, if you have kids around and you want to clean up your mess, like these hog rings that are on the floor, give your kid a magnet, let them pick up the trash for you. They get a kick out of it. Dad tips from the garage. Probably should have saved some of that old foam. That's an old, what do they call that, a beret? And a peel tab. Knowing this truck, this was probably a beer. Because I think we found beer cans in this thing, if I remember correctly. Okay. Yeah, I was really looking forward to picking up that other car. And I know when we do finally go do it, you guys will probably get a kick out of that one. It'll be, I believe, be our oldest rescue on the channel. Not my oldest rescue, but it'll be our oldest rescue on the channel. And I believe it's actually complete. There's rings up in here too. My buddy said this was pretty much self-explanatory. So, we'll see. I'm not afraid of a challenge. And hey, if you can do it yourself, it saves you a lot of money. Which, well, if my buddy's machines have been going up and going, I think he was only going to charge me like $350 to do the seat, and that was with material and installation. So hopefully he gets back up and running again. By the way, if you are not familiar with the Desperado Resort or Matt Carricker, go look him up. Check out his channel. He does some pretty cool stuff over there. Also Demolition Ranch, those are his channels. Very cool dude, and especially if you like the redneck stuff, guns, ammo, and crazy times. Cool channel. come out of there. All right. Wish the original seat was in better condition, because that's a very cool design. I think this is just going to be houndstooth with thick black vinyl, more like probably like this. Got it de-skinned, took the foam pad off the bottom, and there's a lot of rust under here. I had to pull out the torch to get the two big old Phillips screws out of here because they were stuck. So hit them with the torch for about a minute, and then they came right out. So I think we're gonna do now is what I heard a feller call Craigslist rebuild. So we're just gonna pop this with the brush and then just throw a coat of paint on it. Use what you got, and all I got, some black wheel paint. I think this was, yeah, this would have been from when I did the wheels for Zombug, but it'll work. I'm only going after what might be seen. Okay, it's already an oven in here, so that'll be dry in about 2 minutes. Let's see what we got here. All right. Slip that over that. Oh, and they surprised me too. When I opened up the package to take this out, they actually included some hog nose pliers and rings. These rings actually look better than the ones I got, I think, so we might use those. The pliers, not so much. There we go. I know it's probably like anything, start in the middle. So it's going to be through that material. Okay, you can kind of see by the rust spots where the rings were before. There was more on the secondary cover than there was on the original. Probably should have cleaned the floor. Am I doing this right? Oh yeah, this is the bottom. Because it can't go any further. Yeah, they wouldn't have been down there, so yeah, that's got to be. Okay. All right, just checking. When I had people give me crap about working on the floor. I'm approaching 47. I still get around pretty good. And I think the reason I still get on the floor and allow myself to do that, even though I might pay for it sometimes, if you don't use it, you lose it. Kind of that whole deal. Leave an engine sitting too long, it'll seize up. I figured if I keep doing this, keep things working, I'll be all right. Do you cut that? Does that go? Probably do some trimming. Cut that and kind of loop it over here. Might do that once we start putting it back together. But at least this one's pretty much done. I like it. And I know Tiffany would have liked it. Started slipping the bottom seat cover over, laid it over this, and realized this dent's a little deeper than I thought. And I don't have any cushion material left around here, and none of my neighbors do too. So I found this, I guess, headliner foam, and I'm just going to cut pieces and lay it in here. This has got a pretty good padding on it, so if we just cut out the pieces, fill it in, and get this nice and smooth, we should be good. So that's what we're gonna try. It should work. I don't have to worry about it tacking up out here because it is hot. So yeah, it's already stuck. So I'll do a few pieces of that, start stacking it in here. Some of these scraps might work for fillers too. Yeah, like right there. It doesn't have to be perfect because, like I said, this is pretty thick. So we just want to make sure it's got a flat area right here. So, all right, let me work on this for a little bit, and then we'll tune back in when I'm got all the pieces, puzzle pieces laid in here. Got my patchwork done here. Let's see how it feels under there. There we go. Yeah. Did it earlier, and the dent right here was horrible. Yeah, you don't even feel it. All right. Start popping some rings on. You've already seen me do that once. So unless I run into something, we'll tune back in when we're starting to put the seat back together. Once I started putting it together, things made more sense, like the extra flaps of material that were hanging off the back, because it is now together. And once I bolted it back together, it made more sense, and it lined right up underneath. So that was just to basically cover up the bolts under here. So, but I think that came out pretty good. Not bad for my first time of wrapping a seat. So the next thing we got to figure out, these rocker panels. I went ahead and I've dug them out of the garage, lined them up, and instead of going to the seam here, they go here. So we have to cut here, down, over, and then straight across this line, which is gonna suck because there's actually rust outs behind it, so we'll have to figure out some way to patch that when we're done. And then down there and over. So to get in there, I guess we're gonna have to take the doors off, because I don't see any other way of doing it. So yeah, but it's too hot, so I'm not going to tackle that right now. I'll have to wait till another day this week, but at least we got interior part seat done. So okay, well, I'm going to go inside now and cool off, and we'll be back when it's time to do cutting and welding. A few days later, and took the door off. 6 bolts actually came off very easy. Just threw it over there, balanced it on the jack so it wouldn't fall, and so we're getting ready to start cutting the outer rocker off, and then see, while it's off, clean this up and see if we can't maybe patch in some metal and clean the inner rocker. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Got the marks cut out of where the slip over is going to go, so we're going to cut out all of this, and then inside this line here, over, and this whole bottom piece, pull this off. While this rocker is off, we can see how bad the inner rocker is. I don't think it's too bad. I think it's mainly right here where water was setting inside, because I filled up underneath on the part that's this direction, and it feels fine. So I think it's just this little strip right here. I'm sure I've got some metal laying around here somewhere. So hi. So okay, let me get mounted and get our safety glasses on, and we will start cutting and chiseling away at this rocker panel. Cool. What? See what the easiest way is to get the bottom tacks off. Yeah, this inner rocker is a little crusty, but here it's all right. Drain holes were still open somewhat. I probably should have put the filter on that thing. Yeah, I'm thinking we probably cut out a strip and just put a whole new strip all the way down right here. Because this is still fine. It's got some surface rust on it, but we can spray some stuff on it and kill it. All right, we'll let her finish that up and then we'll see what we're doing on this thing next. I started analyzing this thing to see how we were going to get the tack welds off the bottom, or the spot welds, and I noticed it's hammer and pry bar popping them loose. Headphone warning. Probably go ahead. I think what we'll do is down here we'll clean all this up with a wire brush and probably just throw a coat of paint on it or primer. But no, they came out pretty good. Clean all the tacks actually broke off clean. One there. Yeah, it's like one. Yeah, all right. We'll grind all of the rest of the old rocker off. Get all these off. I'll probably pop off. Yeah. There we go. Grind all this down, and we'll where's the solid? Yeah, it's all solid. Pretty much from, looks like from about here all the way to back here. Can't really see it, but almost to the door jamb. Might be able to replace that piece of metal. Get a good cut out of this. Do it in a square, get that off. I think that'll work. See if we can do this all the way to there, right on the line. Okay, didn't want to bore you with all the cutting, but got a nice piece cut out right there. I had some leftover scrap metal from when I built Zombug out there, and I figured this would be a good time to try out a new welder that our captain sent us. I've been using it, field testing it. It's one of those like 6 all-in-one welders, 110 or 220. I've only been stick welding with it, but I just threw some flux core wire in it, so we're going to try that mode and see how it goes, because this is pretty thin metal. My other little flux core wire feed voltage doesn't go low enough, and I know with this metal it probably burn right through it. I think this one goes pretty low, so we're going to start low, try this thing out, work our way up just to get the right heat. And yeah, figured this would be a good chance to field test it. The stick welding is perfect. I repaired my mom's automatic steel gate. It had busted, fixed it, and it's been a few months. It's been holding. So yeah, we're gonna try this method out. This thing also does aluminum, but I don't have the stuff to try that out yet, but I was excited to know it does it, so I can get into that. But all right, let me get you guys set up on a tripod and let's test this thing out. All right, got the voltage set pretty low, but let's see if we can get at least a tack on here to hold this so we can start working our way around it. A little hard to manipulate this with gloves on, but let's get one end. All right, there. Turn around, Riley. Pretty impressive. Get a couple more in here. Oh, not impressive. Yeah, the problem is this metal is a little thicker than this metal. Pull the bead the other direction. Now, I'm not a professional welder, so I don't want to hear a bunch of crap from the professionals that like to get on here and ridicule me for stuff. I do what I can and then grind it till it's pretty. Well, I know one problem, that is way too fast. Let's try that again. Slower spool. getting there. Definitely looks a lot better. Ran the grinder over, kind of smooth it out. I'm not trying to make this beautiful because this is of course hidden, but just wanted to get rid of all the holes. And I got a couple more need to fill in down here, and maybe that, I'm not sure, but yeah, just gonna keep on grinding at it. There's a Muppet behind me. Do a couple more patches and then get that good, and then we'll get the rocker panel set on there, and we'll get that tack welded on. So we'll be back. All right, cut out yeah, from like here to here, replaced this, got it all smoothed out. And this hole back here, I don't, unless I use a torch, kind of hard to get to. So I figure what I'll do is once I get all this put back together, I'll just, you know, JB weld some up in there, glob it up there, smooth it out. But we're gonna use just what I've got laying around. Engine primer, which will be, you know, good for anything since this holds up. But yeah, get this coated, and then we can put the, what you call it, the rocker panel on here. Is that a sub seam, or is that just a, oh. Let me go back and hit that. Hit it too much with the grinder. Another good thing about the primer, shows you what you missed. That's just a divot. Yeah, I'll touch that up real quick. Start a fire, you know, all the good things. That's all solid. And that can be ugly, because it don't matter, it's getting covered up. Yeah, good enough. Okay. I'm getting exhausted, which means I get more careless and more lazy. But all right, let me put one little bead of weld on there once this dries, and then we'll start putting that rocker panel on. All right, we got the seam, wherever it was, fixed up. So I start getting this back together. I gotta get this door on because I can't leave the truck hanging halfway out of the garage. About there. Let's see where I can put the ground cable. Let's see if we got ground. Nope. Maybe. Nope. How about there? There we go. All right, get a little tack on here real quick. My grinding wheels about had it. There was probably only an inch on that thing when I started, but it's down to a nub. But I think it's looking pretty good. The lines follow perfect. This is all clean, batches. Just need to get down in here, clean up the seam. And then what we'll do is we'll hit this with white and blue, and we'll make it patinaed so it matches the rest of the truck. And yeah, we just need the seam under here. We just need to do the little tacks under here, but that's easy. You just drill, I don't know, probably about 20 holes all the way down, and squeeze it with some vice grips, and then pop it with a tack weld, and just basically weld rivet it on there. But that's where we are. I need to see if I have any more grinding wheels, and I've got to get this door back on because I've got to get the truck outside. And yeah, I'm back to work full time, so I can only do this stuff on my odd days off and in the evenings. So unfortunately for right now, these videos are going to be kind of all over the place. Got the door back on. Now we're going to throw the new seat up in there, and I figured whenever I eventually get to the other rocker panel, I'm just going to put like 2 bolts in the seat, that way I can just kind of move it over, and then we can knock that one out. But all right, let's work on that now. Let's see. Well, that wasn't so bad. I'll just loosely stick these in here for now, and then I gotta find out if my baling wire trick is gonna work for the seat adjustment. Scoochie. Let's see if seat levers. There it goes. Yeah, it's working. That's too close now. And that's one mod shove. There we go, that's where I had it. Sweet.
I like it.
You like it?
It's from Mama.
That's right, it's from Mama. It's probably going to be a short video for you guys, but that was a lot of work. And that was a lot of work. But I love it. Truck is slowly coming together. Just got to do a radio. I got to find a. I already redid the glove box lid. I just got to get the insert. Put some new heater controls in there. We got to find out if this heater core even works. I got to put the door panels back on, which I can do now on this side because that's done. But okay, let me clean up my mesh real quick, and then I'll be right back. Yeah, it sure is fun to be playing with old Clyde again. I'm looking forward to finally being able to drive around and enjoy it. What are you doing? So, now my apologies if this was a boring video. Unfortunately, like I said, back to work full time, so 2 days off a week only allows me to do what I can, when I can, again. But what made me decide to jump back on this is just the fact that it's my late wife's birthday month, and I happen to see the houndstooth sitting up there, and I'm like, you know what, it's about time we finally get back around to doing that. And hopefully soon. Even Iceman had to pick up a second job. That's how bad things are in this economy. But yeah, we still have that other, hopefully, that other car to go rescue. We were supposed to pick it up, but they ended up pouring a slab right in front of it. So now we got to wait till the slab is dry. But it's going to make it probably a lot easier to load it because there'll be a slab right in front of it. But yeah, we'll eventually get around to that other rocker panel. I just wanted to see how that was going to go. The other side's going to be a little worse. There's a lot more metal missing, but it is what it is. It wasn't too bad. But no, we appreciate you tuning in and watching us and supporting us. That's right. And yeah, just bear with us. We'll see what happens, and hopefully we can get back to doing a lot more projects, a lot more videos. But thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, leave us some comments, and check out the merch store. And we'll see you again, hopefully, very soon.